done very well here in Meadow Lake, and I am so grateful to all of you for your work, and so grateful to the constituents of this great riding. It's been a great campaign. We've been to every community, knocked on basically every door that we could reach in the constituency over the last 27 days. The response has been incredible, and I'm so grateful and so thankful and so humbled by that support. I really do mean that, and thank you. So much. I know that includes everybody in this room, scrutineering, sign crews, all of the work that goes into a campaign. We've literally had dozens and dozens and dozens of all of you helping out. It's been again humbling to see that. I want to thank a number of our campaign team who have put in very, very significant hours. My campaign manager, Richard Davis, who did a great job. And dear friend, I have to add as well. Want to thank Jeff Rose, who did a great job as well. Lori Vidal, Lori, thanks so much for all the time that you put in. And had some great friends that came down, and they do almost every election. I'm very blessed by having such wonderful friends who have come from far and away. Robin Spear, who came today from Cochrane, Alberta, to help us out, and I appreciate it. And Robin's been, our tradition is, Robin's with me every election day. Election day is kind of a difficult thing for candidates in that you really can't do a whole lot more than you've already done, so there's a lot of anxiety and all of that comes along with it. So Robin's been with me every election for 5 in a row now on election day. So wherever he's been, he always makes himself available and comes out, and we actually did a bit of shooting out at the gun range today, and that was fun. We got my 7mm all dialed in, so that was good. I want to thank Michael Cooper, who's been here basically every election as well. Michael, for those of you that don't know, Michael's a member of Parliament from Edmonton to St. Albert. Michael's newly elected member of Parliament. And Elaine and I have known Michael since he's been about 14 or 15, and we've been kind of grown up together in politics in a lot of ways. And I'll tell you, you're going to be hearing a lot more from this young man going forward into the future. He's a great MP. He's going to be doing a great job. He has been doing a great job. And remember that you met him here in Meadow Lake in 2016. Many of you have met him before that, actually, but he's somebody to watch. Want to thank as well Jason Ritchie, a great friend of mine who's been out almost every election as well. And Jason's worked for a number of members of Parliament, ministers of the Crown. And, I'm very thankful for Jason for being out here. Want to thank as well, obviously my parents. I haven't seen Mom around. Mom's hiding. She has. For all of her work, she's been my biggest supporter and done incredible work for 15 years now, despite the fact I don't think she really likes politics a whole lot. So thanks to Mom. Dad's down in, I think he's scrutineering down in Pelican today, so he's not back yet, but he's been a great support, obviously. And so I thank him. Want to thank my mother-in-law, Marcia. Marcia around here, hiding more than my mother even. So Marcia came out. She's been watching our children for the last 4 weeks while Elaine and I have campaigned, and had been basically watching them for the month before that as well. So I want to thank Marcia for coming out from Vernon, BC to watch the kids. Obviously, I want to thank Elena too, who's all of you have worked with Elena and know that she's probably the most organized person who ever lived. And I'm pretty organized, but not anywhere near as organized as she is. So she makes sure that I'm more organized through whatever means are necessary to do so. So I want to thank you, Elena, for all of that. Mac and Finn are around here too, who are now 5 and 7. This is their second campaign for both of them. And they were helpful in that they would put stickers on things and labels, so they were helpful, and they were pretty impressed that it looked like more people were cheering for Dad because they had more signs out. So that was That was their main concern, was that we had more signs out. But anyway, I want to acknowledge as well the folks that put their name forward in this election. Dwayne Lasasse, I want to acknowledge his contribution as a chief for the Middle Lake Tribal Council. My understanding is that he continues in that role. Look forward to continuing to work with him. They ran a campaign that was energetic, and it's important that we have that. I want to thank especially Eric Shelm and Eric McCrimmon, two young folks who put their names forward. As I said in the debate the other night, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to put your name on the ballot and go out and put yourself out there and ask for the support of folks in an election campaign. So I really do want to acknowledge their sacrifice and their commitment to the province to put their name forward as well. And once again, just thank you so much, and thank the voters of this constituency so much. I think we're going to continue on the path that we've set upon 8 years ago. We're going to continue to work hard. I'm going to continue to make myself available to anybody who has an issue, anybody who has a challenge with the provincial government or others. I mean, we do work for all levels. I want to kind of make that commitment. We're going to continue to work hard. So once again, thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for your help, and thanks so much for your commitment to keeping Saskatchewan strong.